Okay. David protests against his enemy dog or doeg. So we're in second. Okay, we were just reading or about to read from 2 Samuel 22. It was making me think about this sneak wedding, this fake wedding that everybody walked away from. And he told them just to bring people in off the street. I feel like this is a wedding to maybe Unique Tarot, which thinks that she is the Empress or that she can take my place as the Empress. And I think not. When you have been ordained by Source and anointed, and you have been filled with this spirit in order to be born again, to be cleansed, washed clean, right? And then you have these people here that are using technology in order to have hovering spirits. So it made me think about all of the foul birds. Babylon has fallen. It wasn't because of the people, it was the governing forces. This is why they tried to set up those sanctions, not to speak about governing forces. But we're not saying, it says government, but we're saying governing, because these are people that play God. So they have put every foul bird in there, and not again, if I look at myself even as a bird energy, okay? You know, it reminds me of that, there's a music video from like 10 years ago. And there's a girl in it. It's like a really long video, probably like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It's just a long video, okay? Done by somebody, maybe a son of the West. And there was a girl in there, she was dressed like a bird, and, you know, he was preparing a table for this, looked like an empress or a bird, a lady dressed like a bird or whatever. But she had like a chain around her head that was unchained. And he was preparing a table in front of these people for her, and all the people were just talking and mumbling about, oh, what is she doing here or whatever, right? But it was also a sneak diss, right? So I feel like it's this energy of saying, oh, Lord, you know, if you forgive me, oh, God, if you forgive me, I'll come back and I won't do this. But I feel like this energy is going to continue to do it over and over again. So I was thinking about that energy of ye must be born again. And it's just questionable. Okay. It's just questionable, because then I'm hearing run away after that. So it's almost like if you accept it back, somebody's just going to do the same thing again, and then it's going to have me asked out. Like, do it again so they can come back, and so that then they can overthrow me. And that's what's not going to happen. So it says, who later slaughtered 85 priests and their families. And I feel like this is somebody knocking off of, this is another account here. I feel like this is some energy here that is killing off all of the people that would be the one to take on this empress, to take this empress as a wife. Maybe even that's why Elizabeth was by herself. Maybe it was, you know, because I think she loved Lord Darnley or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he had a wife and all this other stuff, and they wanted her to hurry up and find a suitable person. So what I feel like they're doing is trying to stick me with the heartless energy. Why did I hear so heartless? Okay. That has maybe been conspiring against me, but they know that cutting off my funds and my assets traps me here, so I can't really go anywhere. Cutting off my funds and everything in my businesses, slowing down my transportation to my businesses online, you know, was to keep me in a situation where I would be bound, gagged, and stuck. It just so happens that, because I feel like this energy works through people. It's a shape-shifting energy, and I feel like it may even be trying to attach to, you know, it is attached to people around me. Okay, I sense it. Even with my daughter, I feel, and it just so happens, like I said, she's out of town right now, and I'm being DMAR right now, and so it's also that has me trapped. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to go somewhere for the past couple of days. So this is 22. So I'm just saying 222. This whole thing is a setup. It's surrounded by my life, like the Truman Show. And all of these people are working together to keep me stuck so I can die on the cross. Okay. The cross is the emblem that is on the soulmate husband's coat of arms, but something made me think that either whether he knows it or not, whether he's in it on it, or it's a higher power that's doing this, has changed some documents over and made someone the empress over me and made me a side piece when I'm the whole Christ. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole part about if somebody say Christ is here or there, don't believe them after 222. So that's just very strange to me, because a wedding or something happened. I wasn't involved. I wasn't there. Although I think somebody did come and try to consummate through dreams, okay, with me, but went off and took whatever funds and whatever abundance would have came with that and took that to go with another empress. Like I said, it's either Empress Lillian, YouTube, or something, someone surrounding her energy or in her bloodline, or is Unique Tarot. And it's her, both of them look like they have wedding rings on. One has a wedding band and one has a wedding ring. It's tied to this whole energy here. Whatever it is, it's about overthrow when it comes to me. There's another female too. Something Soul Tarot. Okay. These women know a little bit too much about me. Okay. For them not to be spies. It made me think Russian spies. Rush in. Right. Because everything I do, they already be 2 steps ahead. So this has something to do with tapping into people's memory bank, Akashic Records, MK Ultra, whatever it would be. All right. So again, here we go. 52, Psalms 52. You call yourself a hero, do you? You boast about this evil deed of yours against God's people. This sound like the EU or whatever. Matter of fact, my drink and my food just came and it had UE or EU on it. It made me think about something. Okay. Also Russian roulette, because there was like a smile, like the Cheshire Cat that came in with a wink, right? Right. That right before my food came. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is how we playing right now, because I had to order somebody, the soulmate didn't want to bring me and the grandbaby no food. So I had to go ahead and order it or whatever. Okay. When it comes to, but then I thought about that in these times, I don't think it's smart to be ordering food out anymore. Okay. And again, I guess it was Russian roulette, because I said, I'm about to eat these fries. These waffle fries from Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? And that's just going to be, because it was funny, because I was just on the phone with him and I was like, you know, you can't just grab me this or whatever. You know, it'll be my last meal. What if it was my last meal? It was my favorite thing to eat from Cheddar's. And then they said no. And they said, what if I had a girlfriend or something? She would be mad. This is what he said. She'll be mad if I was buying you something. I said, well, don't say what if. If that's the case, then that's the case. Why don't you just kick me out then? So again, it's almost a wanting to keep me here, but to use me. And again, I feel like that's just not happening. The reason why I'm stuck here is because I have no family to trust. I have no one to trust. I have nowhere to go. It's like I'm a fucking prisoner in my own home. My businesses are here. Everything I use for my businesses is here. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing really I can do right now. As the Empress, I feel like the Empress is somewhat of a haughty energy or a kept energy here. And so, you know, although I've been doing my own businesses, like I said, I feel like this has been a whole setup to keep me stagnant or keep me stuck. And this is not the first time that they did this, because we're going to go ahead and look at an image here in a second. Okay. Hold on one second. Let's just pull it up. Okay. 1 second. I'm recording something. So if you look at this, okay, now I think below, it's maybe not this exact location, but below here, there's a whole bunch of other little black things that look like birds. There's a statue like this, but this made me think about the dragon here though. Right. So again, like I told you, I think it was some reverse psychology in that coat of arms of Putin's. All right. We have to know that, because again, this is about conquerors telling the story and taking other people's things and adding theirs on to it and whatever else it would be. OK, so if you look at this looks like wings of a dragon or something that's flying. But it's almost, you know, also like she got these wreath or these stars above her head or whatever this would be. So again, this made me think about this here, like a bird or some kind of bird or some kind of figure. And whether somebody believe me or not, there was a large bird I had never seen. I'm not going to, you know, say but it was a large bird that one night, it had to be like a nautical bird, not nautical, but a nocturnal bird, because I had never seen it before. And I had been coming back from a party or something. Okay. I had been coming back from a party, and I was falling asleep a little bit. And this bird came and flew over my car. And they had me stuck in the car for about 2-3 days, because in the house, I mean, because I didn't want to go outside because of this bird that I had seen. But that's the first time that I had also seen like strange objects, you know what I'm saying, flying crafts or drones and stuff in my neighborhood. This is before I moved to where I'm at right now. Okay. So, yeah. So if you look at this here, it made me think about this. And then below it, I don't know exactly. I think it's Kiev or something like that, the place. But it looks like there was other little black figures that looked like they had wings or birds or maybe something underneath one of these types of, I don't know where this is. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I think this is in that location, but I think I have the picture on my other phone, okay? So, all right, so hold on one second. All right, because that reminded me of, like I said, that dragonous bird. If you look at the black and gold on it, okay, that's standing up over that. So it made me think about the dragon being furious and going after the rest of somebody's seed. So that's making me think again about slaughtering the 85, and then now that they've invaded so-called Ukraine or the Midwest possibly, that they're doing the same thing. So it's almost like to finish off or kill the rest. But it's almost like this energy of, I keep hearing, but you'll be safe, but you'll be safe. So it feels as though, you know, I know that there's enemies in the garden. There's viperous energies in the garden. So there's a very complex energy that goes with this. So I had to put my Sekhmet Pentagon hat on today to go ahead and go into this energy real quick. More logic, okay? So I went back and I was thinking about, they said something about cutting off power or something. So I went back and I was looking at some things in history. And then 2009, this thing happened here, where they shut off gas supply to Europe. So I feel like this is an energy where people are going to be stocking up or have been stocking up lately. They may not want to say that, but it's giving me, Cold War energy here. European Union relies on gas from gas fields of Russia. So although they dispute between Russia and Ukraine, the effects of it felt in the Western Europe and Bulgaria, Moldova. Okay, so anyways, this is January 30th, 2009. Let's see. It's like, I'm telling y'all, this story just repeats itself, okay? So again, it reminded me of 2009, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know, Michael Jackson or whatever, all right? June. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking June, whatever, okay? Jackson 5 just made me think about, again, growing up on Jackson, and then, you know what I'm saying, I feel like this whole thing about five is making me think about 5 children or something here, okay? But the image of someone that appeared to be dead, okay? I'm going to just say that because I think we did a video on that, speaking on that. We'll just leave it there, okay? Dawn of the dinosaurs. Okay, so make me think of reptilian. I don't know, something like that. Maybe, again, to me, that's talking about old world blood, maybe with special gifts, okay? Again, like pop singers that make it to the top charts usually are, just like most or all presidents are born and bred from Virginia or bloodlines, first families of Virginia. Sanctions on Russian banks, okay, 1 day, 2, okay, boom, boom, okay. So people are having problems at ATM and stuff like this. Okay, so imposing additional restrictions on Russian sovereign debt and sanctioning 5 Kremlin-connected elites. So again, Kremlin, I don't know, that's making me think about that too, reptilian or old world blood, because we look at it as some kind of thing, but it makes me think about Dan. Also makes me think about the world card, somebody in their nakedness, the first groups, Adam and the sons or the descendants from Adam having to multiply and become fruitful and multiply or whatever, okay? Which makes me think about Immaculate Conception, or from the Nag Hammadi, the Keeper Nagast. The story about like somebody was going to be getting in trouble for something when it comes to a child, but they found out that it was actually in vitro. So again, it makes me think about tubal pregnancies, pregnancies or two-ball cane. Okay. All right. So it made me think about this energy of, calling out elitists. Now, I'm not saying who's good or bad. I'm just channeling right now. I'm just saying what it is, because I don't see, spending so much time with what I felt was elite energy in the spirit realm, or through ancestors, or through telepathic energy. I feel like, again, it changed the way I looked at these. I felt safest at that time. It wasn't until all of the other confusion of tarot and other feminine energies trying to step into my world. I feel and those are the ones that I'm talking about, are the specific ones that I can count probably on two hands that I've run across, that I know for a fact are spies. And again, as them being spies, okay, I can see why some of those funds may be frozen, because they may try to run. And this is what happened, I feel, again, when I was 19. So 2009, 2019, even 2020, 20, what am I saying, 2002, or whatever year it was that I got married, okay? Like I said, shape-shifting or reptilian or replica energy here. And then after 10 years after that, I think, again, another replica may have been, inserted. This could be also a shift in alteration in the mind, right? As well. Okay. But whatever it is, they made sure that they kept the heart away from me when it comes to this masculine. Although, again, in the beginning, it was true love, teenage love affair energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hear like Barry White. Do you remember? It was September. Okay, that's when we met. But there was some slight something with my memory right there, where we can never really pinpoint the date. Okay, yeah. So I feel like this has some kind of ties to something here. So yeah, the remnant of. So it's only going to be a small group of us. So again, it's bringing me back to Beyonce, like how we've been fighting to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't wipe this black off if I tried. So again, this is okay. So it's separate me from fallen angels. I wonder why they fell, because they knew who the real God was. Those are the stars that are on the crown. The energies that we're dealing with. I'm not saying it's the vassal, right? I'm talking about the energies that we're dealing with are those stars that's on the crown of the Empress. They're on the stars that's on the crown of that female energy that was about to be hunted down by the dragon. So I feel like that's what it is right now. That's what this is right now. Okay. It's almost like somebody's waiting to hear my answer, because it's almost like this is also something about cuffing as well. It's cuffing season, and somebody wants to cuff someone, and they're using maybe brute force instead of sensitivity, right? Ralph Tresvant. I need a man with sensitivity. Okay. So also it brought me to you'll be in a land, or a migrant or a foreigner in a land where people will speak a different language. Again, it's not really foreign, but again, if you want to call it that, if the hands has been, if there's been a trade here, some type of trade that happened here, then or some kind of takeover, then it might be listed as that, but it's not really, you know what I'm saying, where you grew up your whole life. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what I said, are these governing forces turning Americans into migrants in their own land, so in exile in their own land, when we're talking about Martin Luther King. Okay, so again, this red energy here, I don't know, having something to do with Malcolm X. Like, I feel like there's a lot going on right now here. Okay. Kremlin. So yeah, the Kremlin made me think about Michael Jackson's song. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something about Russia. Okay. All right. Can't remember exactly what it was called. All right. So then I was looking at this Russian Civil War. Republican government's failure to maintain stability, as many factors viewed determine Russian politics' future, resulting in formation. Okay, so this will make me think about formation. Okay, and the of the communists. This will make me think about that all-girl colony on The Walking Dead here. Like almost like that's what the Midwest is supposed to be, and that's maybe why Biden was leaving it alone. Abaddon, Apollyon, the dark horse or whatever. But at the same time, maybe it's something to do with, again, cuffing when it comes to Russia, or again, it may have something to do with control over women. Okay, that didn't bite the apple, that didn't do the things that go for the traps that they set, but they decided to go ahead and overrun and try to rule it anyway. Okay, by creating illusions and lies and rumors, okay, and gossip within the tarot or the reader or the high priestess community. Communist Soviet Union territory, okay, on most of its territory, the final mark the end of Russian revolutionary. So this is people that just don't regard anything. They don't regard the old or the new. You see what I'm saying? That energy. A white movement, okay, also known as the whites, or okay, whatever. Let's see, the Reds so this is almost like parting the Red River here, possibly. Militarized insurrections, both outside of Russia's borders and Siberia. Okay, this is why maybe I was thinking Siberia in that video yesterday. Into the World War II movement, military arm. This also make me think about the arm of Trump. I'm sorry, it's just what it is, okay? That's on top of his coat of arms here. Because everybody's pointing the finger at everybody else, but I call all of them guilty, okay? And this is treason, this war against an empress or a sitting president or a queen of the England that is, of England in general, but the rightful heir, okay? And of, like I said, this what I would call the difference between the American English throne, which would be the Midwest and other areas amongst there that would be considered that. London, possibly Milwaukee, this kind of energy here is what, like I said, the ancestors are interpreted to me. And so again, I told y'all that person that lived by my house, right? Now, all of my daughter's names, okay, it's in the white army, okay? So we have these names here that start with A's. All of my daughter's names start with A's, okay? All of them. Okay? I don't know why I just heard ask anything in my name. But only one is not here is Aubrey. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Oh, how I'm looking at this. Okay. All right, but we have Belaya and Amaya. These, like I said, these two are my daughter's names here. Okay. I don't know exactly what the hell this means, but every day I learn something more different on the spiritual or about the seen and unseen. Shaky government ruling, largely a martial law, a civil war still. So this is why Trudeau, it's probably Trudeau, okay? You know what I'm saying, is doing what he's doing when it comes, so-called allegedly. All of this is alleged for entertainment purposes only, supposedly, okay? But martial law, civil war still raging. Okay, so now the truckers have moved, down into, towards the White House. Again, same thing. Okay, so like whatever. Okay, so they're showing pictures of us. They're projecting images of people supposedly in the Ukraine packing up in their cars and leaving. But at the same time, we got convoys of trucks in Canada and maybe even in the Americas that are making moves. So it just makes me wonder what we're really talking about here. Okay, 1917, okay, 2017, okay, this is where I feel something happened. I feel like there was some kind of heavenly commune between me and an angel. I don't know exactly what it all means, but something happened between me and an angel in 2017. And maybe that angel fell, okay? That could be the son of the north or a twin energy that would be like attached to me some kind of way, okay? Lennon and Leon. Oh, Leon. Okay, so this is making me think about my soulmate's best friend at one point in time. And this Hispanic girl that I thought was maybe a witch that he was going out with, she was crazy. And it's reminding me again of the girl that I think is crazy. Like I said, I already said her name on here. I ain't about to give nobody too many more, you know what I'm saying, passes or whatever. I know that's exactly what they want me to do. Yeah, so June 11th, June something, again, same thing. Soviet Union, Russian communist, whatever. Okay. Let me see what else that. Okay, so yeah, Vladimir Lenin. Okay. Again, this is what I'm saying about energies attaching, shape-shifting energies attaching. Yeah, martial law. Okay. Okay, I get it. That's all. I don't know why it keeps. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then something else made me think about again. Uh, like I said, this Wallace energy. And then it made me think about whose name. No. It was Faith Evans song came on, and it made me think about the Notorious Big. And then I looked up March 9th, 1997, and I'm like, okay, this is the death or whatever. This drive-by shooting, so-called. Okay, so again, these gifts, you know what I'm saying? We've been breaking these kind of things already. You know what I'm saying? We've been breaking down these kind of things already here. Okay, 24, and I don't know why 42. Again, that's somebody's age right now or whatever. And maybe that's why that Mark 9 keeps popping up here, because again, marching into March, something is going to be happening here. But I noticed his coat of arms, it has the red backing here, and it has a lion here. So it slowly, look, there's that arm right there, the same kind of arm that's on Trump's coat of arms. So like I said, this, when we talk about vampiric energy or cannibalism, this is people coming in and taking over estates and wills and trusts. This is why this is fucking deadly. You understand? So if you see if the fucking nuclear or something go off tonight, know that this is where the fuck you got. This is what it is. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is. I don't think it's gonna go that far. So again, when it came to this Harris energy, then it made me think about something about Georgia too. Okay. And then again, the kings that may have backed the feminine energy that's the most strongest right now in the indigenous community in Atlanta. Okay. This may even be tied to who was exploiting me privately. Okay. Like I said, whoever you would think. I'm not saying no damn names. I'm just saying, you see what the coat of arms is, and you see this foul bird on top here. Or this bird is golden, living my life like it. But then again, what do we see on that thing with Russia? There's a black scarf that kind of looked like wings on that lady, and she has a gold kind of thing above her head. So I'm just saying, that's all. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this adultery with Bathsheba could be, again, somebody coming on to somebody. But like I said, I feel like they went and took on the Marquita energy here. Okay. It could be the Drea energy. It could be somebody tied to her. It could be, again, like I said, the other girl. I'm not naming these people's names too much more on here. Just telling you what I see. That look like his type. Possibly. They look good. They look good together. My thing is not who end up with what. I'm not trying to stop nobody's happiness. Now, just keep it real with me and let me know. Don't hover around me, tell me lies, or again, like, send me false information or false things and make false accusations against me to try to ruin me and tarnish me so I can't move on to my level of greatness. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. And don't send females over here spying and stalking on me and coming to my house, taking my stuff that I, make jewelry with. I have a jewelry case or whatever. I had just finished stocking it with all the different colors of findings. Y'all know how if you make jewelry, you know how it is. And I had all the gunmetal, silver, black, gold, dark gold, all these colors. And again, it should be where everything else is, but somebody took that. Also, like a cutting, like it's silly stuff like this, a book, like my Fiskars cutter, but it's like a $70 cutter because you can cut like a lot of paper on it. My rotary cutter. So it's just shit like this that's missing. So I don't even know what else. My Sekhmet necklace, which was from Africa, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it looks like it was a very expensive piece. I bought it at estate sale. It's a one of a kind. I'll never find it again. Right? So it's just like these things here. And I feel like these people sit here and watch on cameras or whatever, and they laugh and giggle and they get a kick out of this. So I feel like, again, have mercy on me, God. I feel like this is the energy of a masculine energy, whether they want to admit it or not. They don't want to. All right? They want to project that on me like I need to be asking for forgiveness. But Source would have never took me out of my element, placed me in the most high level of my mind at one point in time and keep me there. And I've been working on myself and cleansing myself and being celibate and doing what I can to, wake up or answer the call to what the ancestors and Source had wanted me to do. The only thing, again, these people were supposed to help me out with certain information on how to obtain this and get that and prepare me to maybe run a nation. And they never did that. They took it and went off with other people. And that's what it's been with this family line, because it is the family line of the capital energy of this fucking land. They are the gods. when it comes to, again, overseas, when it comes to the British throne or whatever, and to the Americas. It doesn't matter. This bloodline. So nobody has to, people will see. All right. One day, I guess. All right. So again, but this also what see, and this is the energy now. They want to leave me here with the masculine here when I feel like it was supposed to be a new beginning or a new start. That still haven't opened up their heart and still holding resentment or something here. So it's kind of like, the Beauty and the Beast kind of energy here. It's never going to change. I've been crying and writing letters and everything about it to change all this time. It's never changed. It's even gotten worse now since this whole incident, the spiritual incident happened, because the person is very upset about my spiritual attributes, jealous or something. I don't know what the hell. Okay. Because they can't just admit that, they cannot deny that it's not something supernatural that has gone on here. You know what I'm saying? Over the past 2 years. But they would rather write it off as mental illness so they can get their hands on my children or keep my children away from me. Somebody is trying to tear me apart. And it's like, I don't bother nobody. I stick to myself. I do my scriptures. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with a heavy amount of everything, trying to hold it together by myself with no help. How dare somebody that might have a au pair or a nanny, you know what I'm saying, come and try to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that's sitting here waiting for me to do all the work with the scriptures and shit like that, to come here and tell me how I should be running my house and my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, with no help. I'm running things with no help. You understand what I'm saying? There might be, again, some kind of like downloads here and there, but ultimately, you see what I'm saying? I've put everything kind of on the back burner this last year, only for somebody to come in and try to steal away what will be my birthright. It just makes no sense to me. Okay. To try to tear a woman down, this has to be something else that's going on here. Okay. And I do think that some of this stuff is like to protect, right? So this was a post right here. Okay, when your ancestors died fighting for your freedom and you still thanking Jesus. But again, whether we want to call it Yeshua, we want to call it Horus, we want to call it the Christ, if we want to call it Earth, if we want to call it God, if we want to call it whatever we call it, this is what's going on though. It was the same thing. Yep, that was the same thing. Jesus knocking over the tables of these game changers and these coin changers or whatever they were called. This is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing right here. You ain't gonna go nowhere else on this online and find nobody doing it like this. You're not. And it's not even haughty or proud or anything. It's just like, okay, I don't even think I have to tell people that really though. Okay. So again, it's saying, so you could tell me anything if I'm saying that's evil on here. If it's something that hurts somebody's feelings, the truth hurts sometimes, okay? Right? I don't even think I'm that smart. I just do what I'm told, okay? So again, it says you call yourself a hero. Do you boast about your evil deeds against God's people? You are sharp as a tack and plotting your evil tricks. Y'all can tell me who energy this seemed like. Okay, but then as above, so below. All right, in without. Okay, all right, and it says how you love wickedness for more than good, far more than good, and lying more than truth. You love to slander. Okay, so this is me also telling people here. There was a girl. Time oracle. Okay, I'm just calling their asses out. It is what it is. These might even be Jesus's disciples or a false Jesus, okay? Disciples coming against the Christ. That's all it is. That's all it is. The cyber attacks is these readers that are fake, not the ones that are real, that are genuine. And I can see it in their souls. I can read them, all right? That's why I've been given these gifts, all right? You love to slander. The ones that I know you're watching real motherfucking closely. And I'd be probably mad too. All right. You love to say anything that will do harm. Right. There's no uplifting nothing in some of these people's messages. They just gossip. Well, you know what? The Bible talks about gossipers too. Right. Oh man, with your lying. It says, oh man, with your lying tongue. But God will strike you down. Now, don't say woman here and say, oh, man. OK, now, again, this could be talking about a woman with a masculine energy. I think they're trying to project this energy lately in the community on me. But I don't tell me where it's a lie. Tell me where it's a lie. Tell me where in my work. Precept upon precept, this reference and that reference and that reference and my own testimony. Tell me. But God will strike you down and pull you from your home and drag you away from the land of living. Okay? It says the followers of God will see it happen. They will watch in awe. So this is why the energy, like I said, that I feel of a masculine energy pulling right now. They don't want to admit it's them. They're cloaking themselves. So I'm not even willing to even answer to it. But okay. All right. Yeah. All tricks of the trade, sleight of hand. Okay. Throwing stones and hiding hands. Also the 8 of Wands energy here. Different slow scale, heavy, artillery. All of this stuff is, used as warfare here of the land of the living. Okay. So this is people coming down off of their high horses. Okay. In society, possibly even. The followers of God will see it happen. They will watch in awe. Then they will laugh and say, but see, this is what they want to project on me, to say like, but this Christ energy is living forever. The only thing they can do is try to stop me from speaking. And this girl just said this. Now, these are people that don't talk about Bible scriptures. They don't talk about God in that light. But they sure, when I go into a chapter, they sure are, you know what I'm saying? What they're saying may not be exactly the words. I like to go into the word. But they're saying what it is that's in the word, if you understand what I'm saying. That's sorcery. All right? Even cherry picking. And they probably study this one scripture and see what fancy way that they can use to say it, to make it sound like something. You see what I'm saying? All right? To get my attention. That's what it is. Okay. But I'm saying back to them, nah, I see y'all. I know myself down to the core. I see you. See what happens when those who despise, I think this may be Amber Rose Tarot. Because sometimes I think these girls, I don't know. Who despise God and trust in their wealth. Wait, see what happens to those who despise God and trust in their wealth and become even more bold in their wickedness, right? To come up in the motherfucker's house. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure you this is Lizzie the Great on YouTube as well. Okay. They just shady, just just manipulating, they get you in there and then switch up real quick. Just, going back and forth, like, with a message, like, I don't know. I just see how it's done, but it doesn't matter because I remember this woman's face in my dreams or in a vision or something in my youth. And it does not matter. I seen this lady. I seen on her video, because a lot of these people don't show their faces. So I seen her mouth. Okay. And I remembered her. And then I seen her shoulders and I remembered her. And I talked to my dad about this thing. And he said, you know what? I used to see a lady in the house too over there. What? And my dad's name is William or Bill. Okay. And he said that I used to see this lady here. Okay. It's funny because that's the lizard with the ladder, huh? That needed to get Alice to come out of her haughtiness or her big height or whatever. But it is. Alice was most bold, you know what I'm saying? To go down that rabbit hole with no problem here. Yeah. So that was somebody saying, oh, I'm just going to call her like I was actually really acting that crazy. But just because I was asking them challenging questions, like I wrote that post about, you start asking about stolen money and your friends and family start looking at you funny. Okay. Even more bold in their wickedness. But I am like a shielded olive tree. Again, this is also giving me green energy, Ptah Asar energy here. Protected by the Lord himself. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. Okay. All right. But this is like giving me some, maybe, I don't know, some kind of futuristic energy here, possibly. It says, oh Lord, I will praise you forever. Okay. And ever. But it's also giving me like a Narcisse energy here. Okay. So I don't know if they're trying to Lola me, you know what I'm saying, out of a position of the Empress. But okay. I'm not going. All right. You see what I'm saying? I feel like this is all. I think they were trying to, at some point in time, there was an energy coming here trying to greer me. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a gentleman with like kind of blondish twist or something like this in his hair, locks or something. Maybe even, Like these gentlemen or pages are more would remind me of, and again, there was a fondness, right, to the energy, but this is make me think about, see, they're trying to turn me into like a harlot energy because I am that God energy on this plane, and they already know it. So I'm that crown of stars on her head is her, again, the soldiers, is her dealing with people, and that's the God energy. There's nothing I have to hide about it. It is what it is. I don't know why my ear is ringing. Okay. Like a baby boy kind of energy here. Okay. Forever and ever of wait, oh Lord, I will praise you. Okay, well, let's just stop right there. Okay, for your punishment. I don't know what that don't sound right or whatever, but I don't know. Okay, and I will want. Okay, for everyone knows what yeah, a merciful God you are. So again, I feel like, okay, so again, I feel like in the future people are going to catch on to whatever this is here. Okay, but I do feel like this is somebody low key. You know how it is when a masculine energy, what I'm saying, don't want to say, it is what it is, but they just probably just like, hey, it is what it is, but it's between me and you. I see. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's just it. All right, that's it. Only a fool would say to himself, there is no God. And why does he say it? Because of his wicked heart, his dark and evil deeds. His life is corroded with sin. Okay, the wicked heart. This is why I say about people that it's hard for them to give their heart. And that's why, again, I don't have, you see, this is what I'm saying right here. I'm just ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready. I need my own space, man. I just got to figure this shit out. God looks down from heaven, all right, searching among all mankind to see if there is a single one who does right and really seeks for God. Because again, this is that whole sixth God energy, or that whole energy where the woman was lifted up, and that's the energy that had their arms stretched out as an angel or an ancestor here sometime in the so again, me talking this, instead of them saying, well, damn, you know what I'm saying, this person must have the eye of God at least. No, they say, oh, this is a harlot. Look, she just talk about this, about these masculines and these feminines and stuff. But, again, the Empress sit high and look low. It's not her fault that there is these barnacle energies that have attached onto my Akashic or onto my crown to try to break it into pieces and take it for themselves. And then there's some masculine men that don't want me to be right. They might think you just want to be right. You just had to try to be right. And then it's me saying, no, you just don't want me to be right. But you already know. You come here knowing that energy when you come here. You know what I'm saying? You just can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't go with what society says. You see? Everything natural around here. It don't go with what society says. Ain't nobody trying to flex and all that shit. One day it's going to be good. I might just do that. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying, but I'm not jealous of nobody or mad at nobody that already got that and do that. Just where's your mind at, dude? What kind of life is you speaking into yourself and other people? Where your soul at? How somebody got God then must have been misplaced or hidden or blinded or something, or some spell put on the God energy here in order for somebody to think that, you know what I'm saying, you searching for this in people that don't even do these things themselves. They judging you and they run around here doing these things themselves. Feminine energy, sleeping with feminine energies, masculine, gossip and all. Come on, man. It's enough. Who does right and really seeks for God, but all have turned their backs on him or her. Okay. All right. They are filthy. I mean, this could also even have something to do with, again, the energy that, again, at one point in time I saw was surrounded around Biden. But I think, like I said, his administration was hijacked. And that's when I felt the wrath. So I don't even think that, is that him or is he been altered in the mind? I told y'all that before with the G7 energy. That's sexual immorality. They are filthy with sin, corrupt and rotten through and through. Not one is good, not one. How can this be? Can they understand anything? For they devour my people like bread and refuse to come to God. But exactly, that's what I'm saying. They refuse to come to me, but they go to all these other women and dip their bread in their wine. Do you understand what I'm saying? However you want to take it, you could take it there. And gift them and do all these things with them, right? But soon unheard of terror will fall on them. I'm asking. I'm communing. It's almost like raising the dead energy here. Sources communing. God will scatter the bones of these. Okay? It's giving me bone collector energy here. Your enemies, they are doomed, for God has rejected them. So again, I don't know. This may be, again, like I said, this is the energy of me with my list. My list. It is just, people might call it what you want to call it. This is a list of me cutting ties with people that I feel have been setting up boundaries with these people that have been invading my privacy in my house, invading my mind, stealing my essence, and all of these things, because people can do it. They can deplete you, and then they sit there and watch you deplete it, and then they say, look at this lazy person. When I run more businesses than they ever would. You see what I'm saying? Some of these people. All they do is probably shop and go on trips. And, some of these people tarot, or they do whatever they do specialize in. I'm a multitasker. That's why I'm saying it's certain people that have been picked for something. And at this time, I'm just waiting for the time to pounce on whatever it is that I am going to be doing here. Manifestations, I feel like, have already taken place, dude. Some of these people see what I got in my home, maybe with my businesses, and they want it. Obviously, because somebody coming in here stealing stuff or came in here at one point in time. They are doomed, for God has rejected them. Yeah. Oh, that God would come from Zion now and save Israel. Only when the Lord himself restores them, or herself, him or her, okay? Can they ever be really happy again? Okay, so I don't know. And but this is kind of like me, because I feel like I got caught in a whirlwind here, but I had to recognize game for what it was here. Stop being distracted. You know what I'm saying? Get back on track when it comes to, working and stuff like that. Right? Regardless of knowing that these people are putting holds on my platforms, I still had to go ahead and push through it. And you know how that feel? To be knowing that somebody's doing this, you're not making no money, but you're still making designs, you're still trying to upload stuff. You're going to get discouraged once in a while. But I just never gave up. And one day I knew something is going to come in where I'm going to be okay. And then I will be able to maybe hire somebody to do this particular thing. See, because it's an overwhelming situation to be in what I've been in for the last 2 years, when I feel like people have been making more emphasis on my lifestyle here. And then talking about, oh, look, this is like this in her house and everything like this. Like, what does a tarot reader or a seer want to even care about talking about what's in somebody's house? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, they were showing out. They were the haughty ones. You don't have the same height of view that we have.